Poston, and I'm the author of Geekarella, and this is my creative writing space. Yay! I get a lot of trash on the walls. And by trash, I mean a lot of fan art. I have a lot of fan art on the wall. So I think what I'm going to be doing with y'all for the next 30 to 45 minutes is I'm going to design a Geekarella poster, because my day job is a graphic designer, so that's kind of what I do. And I'll take questions. Hi! I'm kind of nervous, so forgive me if I stumble or whatever. So yeah, my name's Ashley. Y'all can call me Ash. Follow me at Ash Poston on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll fangirl with you. I love to fangirl. So yeah. I think what I'm going to do with a quote poster is I'm going to do Starfield's slogan, obviously. Look to the stars, aim, ignite. And once I finish, it will be free to download for Book Pop. And yeah, so thank you all for joining. I'm really excited and nervous if you can't tell. So if y'all have any questions, just ask away. And I will create and answer questions, and it'll be fun. Hi! I guess I'll just start with rambling, I guess. So I started writing when I was really young. I started with fan fiction, actually. Fanfic was a lot of fun. Thank you! Thank you, I'm so glad you like Geekarella. It was basically a dream to write. I loved it so much. So I started writing when I was really young, fanfic and all that, and I started my first fanfic when I was in 6th grade, actually. That's a lot of fun when you're a fanfic author in 6th grade and you're scribbling in your math notebooks and you're supposed to pay attention but didn't. That might be why I'm not very good at math, but don't tell my math teachers that, because they thought I was a really, really good student, always taking notes. You know what I mean? So yeah, I started writing fanfic in 6th grade. What fanfics? I started writing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually. I was huge into Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the heyday. I have a fan art print back here of the Pharaoh and Yugi dressed up as the Dark Magician. So I started with that, and then I gravitated on to Inuyasha. Actually, I went to Inuyasha next. And then after Inuyasha, I started writing my own things, and that was when I was about 14, 15, and that was a lot of fun. Finally, getting to... Oh, Seto Kaiba is super bae, let's be honest. My favorite character, actually, in Yu-Gi-Oh! is Atem, the Pharaoh. Which in the dub they called him Yami Yugi, and it was just, look at me, I'm fangirling, it's fantastic. But yeah, Atem was my favorite. Closely followed by Yugi, because he's just a super special awesome cinnamon roll, and who doesn't love super special awesome cinnamon rolls? I mean, who was your favorite part character to write? In Geekarella, my favorite, ooh gosh, I liked both Elle and Darien both so much. Darien is actually named after the English dub of Tuxedo Mask, because Sailor Moon, hi! I mean, what girl growing up in the 90s didn't love Sailor Moon? I like them both Elle and Darien. Oh, fun story. fun story. So Elle, I originally had her name spelled as E-L. Me and my editor both did. And then the autocorrect kept on thinking that I was trying to spell something in Spanish. So it was a lot of fun at first. And so finally I was like, Blair. And my editor's name is Blair. She's fantastic. She has her own book out too called Who's That Girl? And it is so good. It made my music heart go pitter-patter. It's amazing. But yeah, we were discussing it, and I was like, Blair, my word processor keeps on trying to think I'm writing in Spanish, but I'm not. She's like, maybe we should change the spelling of her name, and I'm like, yeah, maybe. So some people call her Elle, some people call her Ellie. I like them both, so it really doesn't matter which way you say your name. Hi, new people. How long did it take you to write Geekarella? It took me the better half of 6 months to write Geekerella. Which is kind of fun actually because I drafted it really quickly. I'm a really quick drafter, so my drafts take anywhere from 2 weeks to a month and a half. But then after I draft it, I have to just clean up a lot. It's complete trash. Like my first drafts are complete trash. And then I edit it for a really long time, and Blair was a fantastic editor. She brought out the best in both the characters, and I couldn't have asked for a better editor for Geekerella. Which, fun story, Geekerella was actually an IP project, and that means that I fangirled so hard online basically that my editor Blair was like, she would be good to write this book, and so she gave me a premise for Geekerella. I was like, hey, do you want to write Cinderella at a sci-fi convention? And I was like, what? Because I had been toying with a cosplay story for a long time, but I could never get something to stick. And so finally, like the stars aligned somehow into position, and my editor was like, so I see you fangirl, and I like the way you write. So would you wanna do this? And I was just like, yes, I would, yes. So I remember one call with my agent, Holly Root, and I was like, Holly, I really want to write this book. Do you think I have, do you think I could? Do you think I would be able to? Do you think I have a snowball's chance in hell that they'll pick me to write this? And she was like, yeah. And so when they did, I was like, oh my god, I was so excited. Was it based more on another Cinderella story with Selena Gomez? Actually, I channeled a lot of Ever After, the Drew Barrymore Cinderella story, because that is my absolute favorite. I love Ever After so much. Like Cinders has so much gumption, and the prince is like not just a prince. He has his own, problems too, and it's a really, 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 really good one. I have seen the Selena Gomez one, and I have also seen the one with Hilary Duff as well, and oh my gosh. Ever After is one of my top films of all time, right beside Your Name and The Princess Bride and Beauty and the Beast. I love Beauty and the Beast. Like, get me talking on Beauty and the Beast, and I will talk for hours on Beauty and the Beast. If Geekerella became a movie, who would your dream cast for Elle be? Oh, that's hard. I actually, fun story, the redhead who plays Cheryl in Riverdale, she actually Instagram storied Geekerella, and she was like, it me, and I was like, actually yeah, I could see that, I could totally see that. I'm like blanking on her name though, but like for the longest time I had the girl from The Duff in my head, like hardcore the girl from The Duff. I think her name is Mae Whitman. I'm really bad at names, guys. I'm super bad at names. You should show us what you're designing. I'm trying to. It's kind of hard to. Right now I'm just putting words on a blank piece of paper, because that's basically what I do first, and then I embellish from that. I like having a base to start with when I graphic design, so it's a lot of fun. I also hand letter a lot too, but I didn't want to like show you a piece of paper and not my face, so well, I guess I could have, and I wouldn't have put makeup on. That might have been a lot better. Anyway, we'll do that next time. But do you want more fairy tales like Geekerella, or write something totally different? Both. I love writing like fun contemporaries. It's just I like writing geeky contemporaries, because that's basically all I know, let's be honest. My next book actually is an Anastasia retelling in space. It's called Heart of Iron. It comes out in February. I am super excited, you guys. It was yeah, that was a lot of fun to write. But yeah, I would love to do more contemporaries like geek. I started out writing contemporaries, and that's always been my home. But yeah, so I should write a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Oh, I would love to write a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I would love to write a Beauty and the Beast retelling. But it's just like trying to find the right balance between, Stockholm syndrome and, a girl having her own agenda, I guess, and not being trapped or imprisoned, and then falling in love with her captor, which, I mean, there are some Beauty and the Beast stories that kind of border on that, so I'm trying to find the best balance, I guess. Yes, I did just say Anastasia. It's loosely based. Heart of Iron is loosely based on Anastasia, but I still the villain in Heart of Iron, his name is Rasavant, but for the longest time it was Rasputin. So whenever I'm looking up facts about Rasputin or like looking up Rasputin gifts, I always type Rasavant first, and that's just, of course. Yes, I have read the Lunar Chronicles. Sorry, I read aloud when I'm reading y'all's comments. Sorry if I'm like kind of everywhere. I have read the Lunar Chronicles. I love them. They were so good. I think she also started in fan fiction too, if I'm not mistaken, Marissa Meyer. Which, fanfic all the way, guys. Just fanfic all the way. So what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna move my mug that way. I just did that. It's just, what is that? Myriad Pro. So that's like the outline, the base of what I'm going to end up starting with. And then I like pick out different like how I want the feel of the poster to look like, what colors. I don't know, I think I want to do space colors for this poster. Lots of space colors. Thank you, Bookishness. She said, I think you captured the convention feels perfectly in Geekarella. What is your favorite con to go to? Ooh, that's a... Yes, it is a giant inflatable crown. Yes, it is. Totally is. What is my favorite con to go to? That's a good question. My first con was one, was one in Columbia, South Carolina. It was a really, really small con. It was called ColaCon. And then I went to like New York Comic Con. I was like, oh my god, what is all of this? I mean, it was just overload, but I loved it so much. And then I went to Anime Expo, and I used to intern at Kodansha USA, and so I went to Anime Expo, and I like took photos of a lot of the Sailor Moon cosplay because it was when they were just announcing the new anime, and so I was like, it was a lot of fun. What are some book ideas that you have for the future? Book ideas for the future. That's a good question. I don't like talking about future book ideas because I have this thing where I think I'm going to jinx myself if I talk too much about it. So, that's called Monica. I think y'all will like what I'm planning on writing next. I can't talk too much about it, but I think y'all are going to like it. Let's see. Oh, and if I miss y'all's question, just ask it again, please, because I'm, like, doing two things at once. And this crown, guys. I haven't worn this crown in, like, a year and a half. There's, like, dust everywhere. I'm glad you can't see the dust. The shirtless art dude behind me. Oh, which one is it? Oh, the one back here? That's Poe. It's drawn by Cara McGee. She's fantastic. You should follow her on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere. Is that a Starfield mug? Yes, it is. It is a Starfield mug. I design things, and I was testing out like the design for a mug to send to my editor for Christmas, and so I was like, I'm going to order myself one. And the one I sent her is actually different from this one because I didn't like the way some of the spacing turned out. But anyway, okay. Where can I get Darian's jacket? That's a good question. I mean, it has to be the perfect shade of blue, so I don't think you can get it many places because not many places has the perfect shade of blue. Are you left-handed? Which side's my callus on? No, I am right-handed. I had to think for a minute because I don't really. Anyway, I'm this-handed because I have a callus here. Because I write this way. I word really well, guys. I promise. I word well. Book cons or Comic-Con, anime cons? Oh, why do you have to make me choose? I don't want to choose. I would probably say I love Book Expo, but you really can't beat being in cosplay and going to like a Sailor Moon meetup dressed as Sailor Mercury and like just having fun. So I would say like an anime con, because I grew up in anime basically, so that's like where my home is, and like book cons are actually kind of new to me. So I haven't really like gone to too many of them. I'm going to my first festival as an author in like 6 weeks, Boston. If any of y'all there, come see me, and we can fangirl about literally anything. What is my worst con experience? I haven't really had a bad con experience. There was one time when I couldn't find a bathroom at the London Comic-Con I went to. That was pretty bad. I finally found a bathroom, thank goodness, but it took a while. Let's see here. What is your best con experience? My best con experience is literally just getting to meet people. At Book Expo, I had readers coming up to me, like they recognized me, and I was like, oh my god, hi, let's talk. And it was so cool and a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. It was pretty cool. What Sailor Guardian am I most like? I like Sailor Mercury the best. I've always liked Sailor Mercury. She's drawn here by the fantastic Jared Green. Follow him on Twitter too, JARAD Green with an E or without an E. Oh gosh, Jared, I'm so sorry. I think it's with an E. Yeah, Spirited Away. Yeah, I love Hayao Miyazaki too. I'm just a really big anime fan, just across the board. I just really like anime a lot. Marvel or DC? Oof, that's a good question. Both. I know that's really weird to say, but I like a lot of comics in Marvel, but I also like a lot of DC as well. They both have their merit, so I'm kind of like one of those. Now my hard line is Star Wars versus Star Trek. I am forever a Trekkie. I'm sorry. That's just how. Even though I have shirtless Poe on my wall, I am Data forever. Like, I am the Dataist fangirl there ever dated. Thanks, I liked meeting you too, Emily. Would you ever consider curating another box for your books? I would love to do that if I got the chance to do one again. I would love to. It was a lot of fun, and I liked designing and help pick out things for the box. Boxes are so cool. I love them so much. Do you have a favorite Miyazaki film? Yes, it is Porco Rosso. Actually, I love Porco Rosso with a passion. It is the best. Like, just the flying scenes, and it's like, it's Miyazaki's ode to flight and airplanes, and it's just, oh, it's so good. So good. What's your favorite character to cosplay? I really don't have a favorite character to cosplay. I liked cosplaying Commander Shepard when I did her, but I also really liked cosplaying Sophie Hatter this last year. That was a lot of fun too. Who's your favorite superhero? Ugh. I really like Squirrel Girl. A lot. I love Squirrel Girl. I also like Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen's pretty fantastic, especially the new comic. Oh my god, so good. Oh, and Hawkeye. And Kate Bishop. I mean, I just want a comic of just Kate Bishop, please. Let's see here. Gosh, I'm not even like doing my graphic design work. Y'all have so many good questions for me. I'm really enjoying this. Let's see here. Favorite YA recent release? I am trash for Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. That was like, when I read it, I was just like, this is what I've been waiting for my entire life. like, not my entire life, but for a really long time. Like, I ship Monty and Percy like the fires of hell. Like, it's just, I love them so much. So much. So much. Have you ever cosplayed as Squirrel Girl? No, but I really want to. I have, like, the red hair and everything, and I'm just like, oh, I'm going to cosplay as Doreen at some point. Let's see here. Flash or Quicksilver? See, the problem is that Quicksilver was played by Aaron, what's his face? Oh, what is his last name? And Aaron something in the Avengers, and he was Prospero in the Thief Lord, the movie. And I was trash for that movie for a really long time. So I really don't know. I think in comics, Flash, but in the, like, cinematic verse, definitely Quicksilver. Aaron Taylor Johnson! Thank you, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I tell you, I'm really bad at names. I forget my own sometimes. Ashley who? I don't even know. I think I'm going to do that one. But yeah, so graphic design is my daytime job. I also do book covers. I design book covers, which is a lot of fun as well. Have you read Queen? I love Queens of Geek, and Jen Wilde is fantastic. I've not met her yet, but I love her online presence so much. It was like Queens of Geek made my heart really, really happy. Really, really happy. But yeah, I'm a cover designer. Speaking of names, how do you pronounce your last name? Oh, thank you so much for asking. It's Poston. It's spelt like Poston, Boston, but it's Poston. I need to ask my ancestors someday, like why are we Poston? But yeah, it's Poston. Poston. What do you hate the most about cosplay? To be quite honest, like, I really hate people taking pictures because I am always incredibly aware of my face, and so I don't know if I'm making, like, the right expression when pictures are being taken. So, and most of the time I'm not, so I look like a complete goofball. So I would definitely say pictures. What covers have you designed? I have designed I've designed covers for Bloomsbury Spark, for Soho, and some other publishers as well. And I also design covers for self-published authors. Did you? No, I did not. But the second I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh! I was so happy. I've been blessed by the cover gods with both Geekarella and Heart of Iron, and I really could not ask for better designs. I don't think I could design my own book cover, to be completely honest. If you could co-write a book with any author, who would it be with? Oh, I would love to co-write a book with Catherine Locke, actually, because we both are super, like, Stucky fans, and so I just think that we would be able to write a pretty good Stucky fanfic, basically. What video games do you play? I play Dragon Age. I am currently obsessed with Horizon Zero Dawn. I finished Persona 5 and I hated it, but that's only me, and I just think I don't like some JRPGs. Let's see here. Oh, that's so adorable. So yeah, I design covers. I design swag. I have done this for... I used to be the marketing designer for Bloomsbury, so I worked in publishing for a while. I told y'all I was a Kodansha intern, and then I basically got to touch the manga pages of Sailor Moon, like volume 6 and 7 before they went to the presses, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing history being made again. It's so cool. Have you shared the book pop code yet? Oh, no, I have not shared it yet. I'm going to share it at 2:30. So so stay tuned for like, what is it? 4 more minutes? I think I can math well. What do you write? A Stucky, oh my gosh, a Stucky Beauty and the Beast fic, I would totally do that. I mean, who's to say I don't have an AO3 account somewhere where I do write Beauty and the Beast Stucky fic. I might. I love musicals. I absolutely love musicals. My favorite musical is actually the musical The Rock of Ages. It's just really catchy, and it's songs that I grew up on. So that's a lot of fun. And I really like Dear Evan Hansen. Of course, Hamilton. I mean, The American Idiot, the musical. I really like that too. Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. It's awesome. Marissa Meyer once said that she used to write Sailor Moon fanfic. Oh, that'd be adorable. I did not know she used to write Sailor Moon. I used to write Sailor Moon. Oh man, but mine were like insert fics where like I would create an OC who was also a Sailor Scout, and it was bad with a capital B bad. But it's still somewhere out there, just somewhere on the internets. So was a lot of my fanfic, because I still write fanfic. And no, I'm not going to tell you my username. You're going to have to find me. Who's your most influential graphic artists? Oh gosh. I tell you, I'm super bad at names. But I really, really love the cover designer for the Red Queen series. Like, that is a masterful cover. I love it so much, just the way it utilizes like blank space, and it was A+. What's your favorite thing that you've designed? Well, my own mugs, obviously. Actually, my favorite thing that I designed was a Sarah J. Maas, poster thing. So that was the favorite thing that I designed. That was a lot of fun. And I got to see like it on journals and like mugs, and it was super cool to see like that fandom just like interact with it. And I was like, hey, that's so cool. I contributed to something, and that's what like being part of like a fandom or any sort of community is all about. Is like your contribution, which I just love contributing. It's fantastic. Are there any 27 book covers you love? Oh, I'm looking back at my bookshelves to try and see if there's a lot of 2017 book covers that I love, including mine, right? Because I really like my book cover. Like, it's just my book cover is pretty on par. Oh, Warcross. Warcross is the one that I really, really, really like. And then after reading the book, I was like, this cover matches so well. I really love that cover. I've read Sarah J. Maas. I used to work at Bloomsbury. So, what are some of your favorite fantasy reads? What's a good question? I just finished 1,000 Nights by E.K. Johnston. I really like that. I'm in the middle of The Falconer by Elizabeth May, which is also really good. Favorite fantasy reads? Oh, House of Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. That is my favorite of all time. I read it at least 3 times a year. It's like Howl is my heart, basically. What is one design you could go back and change? That's a good question. I don't think I have one that I would go back and change. I mean, I know I've like learned things over the years, and I've gotten better, but I don't think I would change anything because they've all been kind of stepping stones to where I am now. What is your opinion on movies based off books? I think it really all depends on how many cooks are in the kitchen. Like, you know that YouTube video, there are too many cooks in the kitchen. I can't sing, so I'm not gonna try. But yeah, so I think it all depends on like whether it's like a big budget and if the author has any say in it. I am really looking forward to The Hate U Give, Thug. Like, I am super looking forward to it. That book broke me, but I am really looking forward to the movie. Unpopular. I have no interest in reading Harry Potter, but the sisters. Oh no. Fun story. I refused to read Harry Potter 2 for the longest time, and then finally at daycare, like, basically my friends bullied me into reading it. So I was like, okay. But Harry Potter is not my favorite either. I like the fanfics more than I like actual Harry Potter. That might be kind of like, that might be bad to say, but I just really like the fanfics more than I like the books. Don't hate me, please. What equipment and materials or softwares do you use to create your art? I use Photoshop, and I also have I have a Wacom tablet that I use when I'm actually hand illustrating. When I'm illustrating by hand, because what else would you use? Your mouth, toes. That'd be kind of cool though if you could use your toes, because you could use your hands to read books. Anyway. No, you were not the only one bullied into reading HP. So was I. But looking back, I'm glad I did. It's a cultural phenomenon. I'm glad I hopped on that bandwagon. Ooh, but my favorite Harry Potter thing, aside from the fanfic, is the musicals. Like, I live and breathe a Harry Potter musical. So, what's your favorite place you've ever visited? Oh, that's a good question. I don't really know. Oh yeah, I do. One time I got the chance to go to LA for Anime Expo when I was still in college, and I really like Venice Beach at dusk. It's so pretty. Like, you just sit on the sand and it was so pretty and serene. Like, that is ingrained into my mind. And so obviously, like, it's so pretty. I love it. Do you listen to podcasts? I am addicted to this. Thank you for mentioning podcasts, because I need someone to get on this and get in this trash receptacle with me, because I am addicted to the Adventure Zone. Like, I am super addicted right now. I am here for all of it. What's your favorite 2017 release so far? Gentleman's Guide. Definitely Gentleman's Guide. I loved Gentleman's Guide. Like, Mackenzie Lee did exquisitely. If you could travel to any fictional world for a day, which one? That's a good question. I don't know. I think... Oh, it's 2:34, so I'm going to answer this question and then give y'all the code. Fictional world. I would not say Westeros at all. I would never go to Westeros, but I would love to go to Ingery, to the world of Howl's Moving Castle, because I think Diana Wynne Jones just made a wonderful, fantastic, like, deep, magical world, and I would love to go there. Yep. Okay, so the book pop code is Magic Pumpkin. Woo woo! Yeah, because, the Magic Pumpkin, the food truck, of course, yeah. So yeah, it's Magic Pumpkin. So for those of you who've been sticking around for that, sorry it's 4 minutes late. And so I think I'm not going to get done very far with this graphic design stuff, because y'all have been asking some really great questions. Do you prefer coffee and tea, or do you own any animals? Coffee, and I have one cat. Her name is Paprika. Do you ever listen to Welcome to Night? I do. I used to listen to Welcome to Night Vale a lot, but then I got behind, and now it's too monstrous a task to actually catch up with it. So I just kind of read the spoilers on Tumblr. Oh, the finalists for the digital cosplay contest, right? So I'm going to take off this thing because it's getting hot. The finalist for the cosplay contest is dun dun dun. The finalists are Groot, Selena Sardothian, and the sisters from Kubo and the Two Strings. Let's see if I can pull up the images, because oh my gosh, these cosplays are absolutely fantastic. If I can find them in my inbox. But or you could also go to Quirk's Twitter page, and they'll be posting those for you to vote on. But there were a lot of really good ones, like a lot of really good ones. Oh, I would love to visit Puerto Rico someday. Gentleman's Guide is fantastic. I would highly recommend it. But yeah, thank you everyone for entering into the cosplay contest, because like there were a lot of really, really, really good ones, and it was really hard to pick the top 3, and thank y'all so much for entering, and I'm so happy to like see all these cosplays and all these different like, it was so wonderful. It was just grinning from ear to ear at every single contestant. So y'all all did fantastic, and keep on cosplaying, and show me your cosplays when you get done with them, because like I just love to fawn over cosplays. I just love to fawn over them. But come to AwesomeCon in DC. I would love to go to AwesomeCon. I have a lot of friends who do go, and they're like, Ashley, you need to go. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I do. But so maybe next year. That's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. I would love to go to AwesomeCon. I don't think I'm going to any cons anymore this year. I was going to go to Dragon Con this year, but then like the Decatur Book Festival is always the exact same weekend. So Christina said you can see the finalists at quirkbooks.com/bookpop, and it's like they're pretty great. They were pretty awesome. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to any more cons this year. I'm going to 2 festivals. I'm going to Boston Teen Author Festival. So if you're near Boston, come and see me and say hi, and then slap me for that incredibly bad accent. And then I'm going to the Texas Teen Book Festival in October, and I am going to I'm going to Irving next week. Yeah, next Wednesday, and I'm going to be with the authors of When Dimple Met Rishi and Little Thing Called Love, I think is what it's called. Give me a second. I have it on my bookshelf, but I can't squint that hard to actually see the book. I Believe in a Thing Called Love. Just listen to the river heart. Yeah. You could talk to your people, talk to Andersons, and come to the YA Fandom Frenzy in November. I would love to. I actually have a wedding that weekend, or else I would totally go. Yeah, one of my best friends is getting married that weekend, so I was like, no! It was so sad. But anyway, so I am going to finish this poster, and I am going to give it to Quirk, and Quirk will put it on their book pop for you to download, and it will be beautiful, and I hope y'all enjoy it, and thank y'all so much for talking with me. It was a lot of fun. Follow me on Insta and tweet me, and let's fangirl however long you want to fangirl. So until next time, I guess I'll see y'all later. All right, bye. If I can, how do you get out of this? Just kidding. Bye.